Yeah, with Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where we're here with the bumpinest investigation theme ever. I mean, Danganronpa 1 is pretty good. I like Danganronpa 1's investigation theme more. Anyway, the point is the investigation music is bumping. How many bullets have we got? We investigated the area around the corpse. We got a fair bit of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So roughly a little under half. A little over half, probably. I'm gonna go carry on, maybe finish the investigation today. Don't know if they're gonna do the same thing in as they did in Danganronpa 1, where it's like, and then the trial gets cut off, and then you go to a secret chapter 6, which is like part 2 of that same sort of trial. Just a few notes I had before we carry on. Number 1 is Gundam smashing the button to the door, destroying a pillar, and disabling the elevator not constitute destroying property. I mean, I guess they're just saying he had permission. I think mostly the reason this is here is for the whole thing that Nagito bombed because Nagito bombed the hotel and seems to have destroyed the camera and monitor. And so this is going to come into play somehow later. But I assume they're not saying that the mastermind killed Nagito for violating those regulations, because per Danganronpa 1, that generally happens instantly as soon as they violate the regulation. So it would be pretty silly if they were like, well, I killed him the day after for violating the regulation. I hope it is actually one of us who did it. And it's not just like the mastermind killed him because reasons. Oh yeah, and also in Danganronpa 1, when the mastermind executed someone, that didn't result in a public discovery chime or a trial. So if they're changing the rules for all that, I mean, again, that's some premium tier nonsense, and they just don't care about the rules. Which, to be fair, we kind of knew already, if that is what happens. But I'm still holding out hope that they'll actually may have made it one of us, and they won't take that cop-out route. But anyway, we gotta go. There were a whole bunch of places they just told us to go at the end of last episode. They told us to go relook at them. Military base, plushie factory, Nezumi Castle, and Nagito's room. I'm gonna pop over to Nagito's room. That's the one I'm most interested in, I dare say. And of course, I'm not even like 100,000,000% confident that Nagito's dead. There are all kinds of like body doubles and fake corpses and stuff in these games, it would seem. It would be a slightly odd way for his character arc, if we're calling it that, to just kind of cut this way. Not what you would call it impossible, though. This is not the right side of the cottages. Oh, hey, Chiaki.
I'm annoyed.
Tell me about it. What happened?
I'm annoyed.
What are you annoyed about?
I want to investigate Nagito's cottage, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed.
I don't understand, but you can't investigate Nagito's cottage? Maybe I should try not investigating Nagito's cottage. They're also, again, like I said, being all weird about Chiaki. It's locked?
Apparently. We can't go inside thanks to that. I'm annoyed.
Never mind. That wasn't a weird thing she just said. She's annoyed because it's locked. There's nothing I can do, so I'm gonna go investigate another area. What are you gonna do?
I'll go look for Monokuma. He might open it for us.
Right, like he did when we went into Mahira's, right? Then let me know when we can go inside.
Yep.
Just find me on all of the islands. That should be easy, right? Cheers. Which do I think is the most boring place to investigate? I don't know. The military. Well, the plushie factory, I guess. Since we were already kind of just there with all the fireworks thing. Anyway, sorry, let's look at the bomb. Because mirror does the back look like more corroded than before. Oh, it's probably more like charred since all the fireworks went off. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed in this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. Seems like it would have been difficult to move it here, no? I mean, I guess the front's got a pretty big door, but you had to get it down some stairs and stuff. And that truck and the bomb are counting as the same thing, and the machinery has stopped. It's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. And how about the break room? Anything new going on there? The break room is on the other side of this door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. For some reason, they just, like, hate letting me go in there. Fine. Oh, hey, Sonia. Guess the laptop might hold some more secrets. That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message onto this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. But the fact that he recorded a video to be played in advance at a particular time when the bombs happened or whatever, it suggests he knew he wasn't going to be around to just say this stuff to them, right? With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. Is that the same laptop that Nagito found in the fruit hell? I suppose probably not. Because I don't know where he would have put it. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life.
Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However,
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
well,
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here.
a minute.
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Did you see a Monokuma there that might have exploded?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right.
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it.
Oh, hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it?
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Stop! There's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
What? Well, wait. Pick me up, as in you, or the ones that are in the pile here? Because she was suggesting that these are the ones. These ones in the pile here are the bombs in them.
Who knows? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. I feel relieved.
What do you mean? If you kept quiet, it would foreshadow?
Huh? But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well, I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said?
I keep hearing little weird things like that makes me think this game is like trying to be a prequel somehow, but they're clearly like talking about stuff that happened in Danganronpa 1 as though it's in the past, and Byakuya is here and everything. Like it dies here, but is alive in Danganronpa 1. So I don't really know what's up with that. But like just then he made it sound like he'd never put a bomb in Monokuma before, which I guess what that's trying to suggest to me is that, I mean, maybe he's just saying random stuff. Maybe they're trying to suggest there that this Monokuma is not operated by the same person as last time? I don't know.
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And what precisely of his notes did we take down ourselves? Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake. However, he apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. I see. But Nagito would have known if we're presuming he's the one who set him up. Very well.
The life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket, but it looks like there aren't any clues here.
Right. Military base, then Nezumi Castle, I suppose. Nezumi Castle, I feel like, is where we're going to get some of the more important information. All the bombs at the military base are fake. Does that include, like, the rockets and stuff? Like, the RPG ammo? How much of this is fake, I guess, is the question, really. We know they've got cheese missiles. Oh, I don't actually see a truck missing here like I was expecting to.
When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here.
Oh, well, actually, this is where the truck with the big overhang was before, right? So I guess he swapped it for another truck or something?
When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind.
He said as much in his video message. Yeah, he was all like, were you surprised that those were fireworks?
So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them.
He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions.
To get us all in that room at that time or something?
A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed in the truck bed.
Because he even said in the video, didn't he say, so what happened? Did the traitor reveal themselves? I highly doubt it.
A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Ah, found it!
What did you find?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife?
A survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here?
Right.
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once.
That's everyone, though.
No, not me. It's the first time I've been here.
That sounds fishy. If the bombs are fake, this might be fake too, but I'm not brave enough to check for myself.
I wouldn't even know how to open the hatch to get in.
It's the dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Terra. Doesn't have anything to do with the incident.
Thank you for not punching it this time and really hurting your hand.
Man.
Damn it! This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these.
It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that.
Or who is in charge of doing that anyway. Alright, we got a full-grown new Sonic now, so no need to worry about constant upkeep. To the castle! Feels like we don't have nearly enough evidence for a trial to start just yet, though. We gotta get into Nagito's room, and there might be one other place to investigate, even before all that. Or after all that, rather. I presume once I'm done investigating around here, Chucky will be like, hey, Hajime, I got into Nagito's place. Sure enough, there's one of the things missing here. Any thoughts about the scratched out thing on the floor?
It's the password to enter the ancient ruin, but the most important part's erased. Nagito was the only one who found out the password written here, and he apparently went inside, but now that he's dead, are we unable to get the password? No, we should deal with that later. Right now, investigating the case comes first. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought. It looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. It does that. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of those spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that.
But why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife, and it would have been easier, too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use.
Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could that be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito's trying to make us suffer even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go.
Want to talk to Fihika before we depart? The killer must have taken the spear from here. A spear like that isn't convenient at all, and it would have been a pain in the ass to carry around. So why did they bother using it in the first
I
place?
see.
Maybe this spear was actually used for torture too?
Torture, huh?
It's not impossible. Somehow I don't think that was their aim, though, whoever was messing with Nagito. Any luck, Jackie? I see you got Monokuma with you.
Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna
I was just
do?
listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial.
I mean, that worked on you earlier, did it not, when Nagito asked?
She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye.
I didn't do that.
Boy,
And do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste.
We don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
fine.
I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose. Bye-bye.
See? I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey, hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right.
Cottage, Nagito Komaeda. Mostly barren, except for that special box that Osami said was stolen from her. Interesting, there's some funky, unique things on the right-hand side, though. Not enough video games for it to be Makoto's room, though.
So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? Can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope. Becoming despair so we could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well.
Let's look at everything but the special pink-looking box first. Oh, hey, here's our final Monokuma in Nagito's bath.
No.
No comment about that. Leaves only one bear in the game. And it's starting to look like I probably just have. I keep walking by it somewhere in the island, too. We can examine the fridge and the old little bureau here.
There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to...
I mean, you haven't really asked many questions about where everyone else has got the stuff in their rooms.
In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey, hey.
Let's just leave it for later.
Yeah, I agree. How about the fridge? Is there a severed head in here? There's a refrigerator.
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I don't know where he got it from.
Nagito probably supplied it himself.
Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity.
Monokuma's special poison for poisoning use only.
There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's talked very much.
I mean, you're guessing that, but right on. I follow the logic.
But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really?
It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? If only there was some way to find out what it is.
I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is...
Maybe.
Yeah, looks like it's poison. Poison. Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it! If you were like that, I'm gonna get nervous.
I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison.
Is there any other kind of poison?
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air, but it breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So presumably it's something like
The fire evaporated poison into the air and killed Nagito. Because they made a point of being like, it feels like this Monokuma file is emitting something, doesn't it? You know, and what they're emitting is that it usually says there's no trace of poisons or whatever. Granted, Chapter 3 didn't say that either, did it? Or did it? I can't remember.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis.
And it being heavier than air, if it was evaporated and he was on the ground, it would go down into his face. Like it wouldn't just rise and stay at the ceiling.
So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
The tape on his mouth wasn't also covering his nose, right? Because obviously he'd have been asphyxiated. So it's not as though that was being used to keep him from breathing it in.
This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Apply the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items.
The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right? There were a bunch of poisons in fridges. It's not as though he dragged a fridge from all the way from there to here, though, right? Would that mean he walked to the funhouse? We still don't know what it looks like from the outside, if it's even possible to get in without using the train, and the train requires everyone, right? And he obviously wasn't looking around a fridge in the trial.
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial.
He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial?
Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby.
So the fridge, probably we're saying he didn't take, but the bomb and poison, maybe? I don't know.
But what about this poison?
Yeah, what was the point of using it if he was going to do all this other stuff?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty.
Don't you mean less than half full? If it was less than half empty, it would be over halfway full.
Was it like this in the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Another trap?
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island. What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Maybe the idea was it's in the scanner, the handbook scanner, and if the trader had scanned their handbook, it would have released the poison at them or something? I mean, it's still fairly possible that it's what killed Nagito in the end. Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you died? I'm sure they're going to try and turn it somehow and be like, no, he did this to help. Because that would annoy me the most. No, I shouldn't be pessimistic. Maybe they're just... Let's just find out. Poison added.
Our time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some of the other areas first.
How about the bed?
That's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks just like the one in my room, but
Hey.
maybe there's something hidden under his bed? It's the usual place for hiding things.
Yeah, like porn. Oh, we should still check just in case. I mean, are you expecting to find porn in there, Hajime? It's Nagito, after all. I'd sooner find a halberd under his bed, I would think. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this? Gas mask and gloves. For handling the poison, no doubt.
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base?
The gas mask and rubber gloves. Well, it was a bag from the supermarket, and we did see there were gas masks and night vision and things. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for? Gas mask and gloves added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed?
Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag, and there's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum? Well, then it's not a paper, is it? It's aluminum.
A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise.
I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash? Was it used to block off the poison, maybe?
Wait.
Who knows?
Might be too soon to decide that. It's an odd place to find it anyway. Hard to imagine Nagito was just like casually opening drinks or whatever that might have had something like that. Piece of blue paper added. The basic layout is just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that really catches my eye. Time to investigate the treasure box then. Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Could this be...
Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
That treasure box.
Chucky, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute.
Again, there's another... It seems like they keep trying to link Chucky to Monomi somehow, like she's somehow part of Future Foundation and subtly commanding Monomi or something like that. No idea why, though. Oh, maybe not why. Well, I mean, I guess obviously I don't know why, because I have no idea what the Future Foundation's about, but I have no idea if that's like the only thing, or if there's also like a traitor from the Despair, like the ultimate world ender or whatever. Like if there's an emissary from both of them or whatever.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. It looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. Might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place, nor left it right out on the table, eh? We turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch.
Look like that much like chicken scratch. Byakuya became the something. Everyone's tired. Some things happened. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Bad guy. Are those people there meant to be people we know? It looks a bit like Hajime and Kyoko, actually. Maybe it's meant to be Chiaki.
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up when things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook.
You didn't happen to notice the one that had like your little cowlick? the drawing?
I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16.
I'm gonna assume this is sort of like the parallel to Yasuhiro's notebook that we found in Danganronpa 1.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
So it almost sounds more like Chiaki wrote it. Unless it's a journal. Well, I guess whoever was monitoring us could have written it.
No, it's nothing.
Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook!
Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook.
Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief.
No.
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right?
Diary? It seems that way. That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey, you're a liar.
You always show up out of nowhere.
Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write.
Well, what are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands.
I mean, you don't need fingers. You could do it with two. Anything that's like a paw. You could have a go at doing it with just two hands like this as well.
See? Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way, too. You've got a thumb.
Nah.
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister.
It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me!
Hold on! Oh, damn it, she totally ran away again.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her.
Perhaps so, so you can catch her in a lie later, or because she might have just confused you. How does the truth bullet thing describe it, though? The diary that Monomi updated every day. Or did she? According to Monokuma, Monomi can't write. I was wondering if maybe they were trying to suggest that this was from a previous, loop, and we'd had our memories taken before, and everyone is back alive because robots or because simulation or something.
So there's still some things I need to investigate here.
Oh, my sincerest apologies. Check if there's anything else in the box.
Fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. Apparently it was stolen from Monomi's house. If this is here, that means Nagito was the one who stole this from Monomi. But why would Nagito steal this? Did he want the notebook that was inside? But Monomi didn't write in that notebook, so who did? No, that notebook doesn't matter right now.
Chucky, any other ideas?
Our time for.
Oh, right. You said this already. My apologies. What am I missing then? Oh, the bathroom door.
Since it's structured just like my room, the shower room's over there. Looks like there aren't any clues here.
Okay.
Nagito is probably the one who supplied this refrigerator. The reason he went to the trouble of securing this was to keep this poison inside of it. I should try reading the label one more time. Uh-huh. I remember well enough. By the way, how thorough is my truth bullet on the poison? Oh, it gives me the whole label. Fabulous. That's what I like to hear.
He probably obtained this poison in the bomb he used to blow up the hotel lobby from the octagon inside the funhouse.
He already used the bomb he brought from here, so what about this poison? It's less than half empty.
I'm sorry. God, sorry.
Was the bottle like that from the beginning?
Or was it already used? Perhaps there's a trap somewhere on this island that hasn't been sprung yet? It'd be really bad if Nagito set a poison trap somewhere on this island.
It's way worse than just bad. There are a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on this shelf. The genres and the types of items are all so random. Can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
I see. Now that we're at the end, we have more time to... We've got the important stuff out of the way. We're going to circle back around to the bookshelf and see if there's anything.
Well,
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Really now?
I mean, I believe him. Looking at my shelf up here.
They definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Wait, what?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff in there.
Well, that might be true, but
See?
So I'll leave the shelf to you.
I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it.
Well, it sounds like you realize it now. Are you going to go investigate somewhere else, Chucky, or are you just going to stand here and watch me do it?
I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items, examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, they were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here.
Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one.
That seal!
Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information.
Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right?
He was theorizing that Monokuma might have planted some information in there as well, so we should treat everything in there with a healthy dose of skepticism.
And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others, Kazuichi, Fihiko, Akane, and Sonia, and everyone who died. Had pages of information about them, too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make us such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie, too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth.
A school profile that contains your weight? That's so invasive.
But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, reserve course student. There was no denying it. I confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen?
Well, I just found a strange file.
Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there.
It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone?
Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us.
Can I take a look at that file?
Jackie leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy.
Does it at least mention your ultimate-ness?
If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
It's possible.
It's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Well, you don't know everything about everyone else, right? There might be some interesting information about Nagito here, for instance.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened?
I just noticed it right now, but
I don't know why we went out of
His
the
name isn't in there, right?
Zoom for that. Nagito's?
There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami.
That I didn't
Look
expect.
carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere. No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps, based on that, you think he might be the traitor?
No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Host Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious.
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
A different reason?
You're getting all right.
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
What do you mean?
What the
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right?
I assume there's something weird about Nagito's.
My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names.
Or maybe Sonia's.
And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It barely could be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter?
That's that Byakuya's true identity.
True identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya Togami. A fake?
Hey!
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight.
Interesting. Yet another thing that's very Dual Destinies about this game. Speaking sort of loosely to avoid spoilers. It almost does have the feel that maybe Dual Destinies was copying this game's homework a little, but they were really so close together. Maybe there was just like something in the air that year.
Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him.
How would you know it's him then?
The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown.
So why would you say he?
Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not that jealous of that at all.
So that does offer some doubtfulness about who is actually dead, I suppose. It might not be Nagito, but the imposter shaped like Nagito, so to speak. Or something like that.
That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
So cool!
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that.
Then he was lying to us the whole time.
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent.
I mean, I'm sort of assuming that we're not necessarily correct that it was Byakuya who was imposting. Or indeed, it could be something like he was imposting him, but the corpse there was truly Byakuya. I will say there's some weirdness in this game where it kind of feels like characters were like not around for the deaths of their victims always, or they sometimes seemed like equally shocked to everyone else that they were dead. So I was wondering at some point if it was going to there'd be some twist that like actually none of them legitimately did the murdering and there was someone else running around doing it and just like they thought that they were so traumatized that they repressed it or whatever. It seems like a pretty long shot though.
Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not.
In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating.
What the hell?
Anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
It's interesting though, that's kind of what Chiaki just said is sort of similar to Nagito's alleged worldview of your lot is sort of chosen for you at birth. In the opposite way, he's saying if you have no talent, then you will be worthless forever. Whereas Chiaki just said if you have an ultimate talent, everyone expects you to do that forever, basically. It controls your whole destiny. Which obviously with examples like Leon, who just wanted to go out and make a rock band, it's not what everyone wants.
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth.
Then what was he trying to say to me at that time?
I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell.
Based on the context, if I had to guess.
no.
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud.
It seems a bit too specific for that, doesn't it?
But if you guys had your school memories, he never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time.
I've got a question. Who goes to school to learn how to impost people? What the hell? Kind of school lets that talent, like tries to nurture that talent. Granted, I don't really know what an ultimate princess learns in that school. Like, it's just like global politics or whatever.
See,
I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him up with him for the first time, but since you guys went to Host Peak Academy, you should have known about the Ultimate Imposter already.
So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew. Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor.
Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey!
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Host Peak Academy.
You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right?
Well, probably.
I mean, unless he was the traitor. He would know that he never enrolled for Host Peak Academy or whatever. But I guess he would already know in that case. Host Peak Academy full file added.
It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue. Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know.
I don't know, depends. What does the truth bullet of it describe it as? Contains profiles for all 16 students participating in the school trip. Due to the fact that Monokuma 4 is the traitor's profile, looking at this won't help identify who the traitor is. Necessarily, just yet.
Time's up! Wait!
Excuse me for a moment.
Right on cue.
That chime just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time.
Again, you wish you were
So,
chic.
Time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
Well, I sure hope you're right about that. I could go for this being the
I'll
actual
see you
final trial.
soon.
Bye-bye.
The last class trial. He said that, right? He said last class trial?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right?
Based on the time limit, that this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
Might definitely.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that.
His real plan? Nagito was saying something about the opening act, right? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
Well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it so much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
Next time on Danganronpa 2, because that is all the time we have for now, my friends. I'm with you there, Chiaki. Let's try to not get super executed first, and then if we get executed after, tough. I mean, we tried. I mean, this one game, even more so than the first, the mystery is very twisty-turny in this, so I don't really have any bright ideas. I don't have all the answers anyway. In fact, I would suspect that, like, on balance, I have relatively few of them. But we'll see. It feels like there are going to be, like, 3 big dun-dun-dun revelations in the last sort of arc of this. And I feel like at least one of them will be very cool. My money's not on all of them being super cool. Some of them, I've just got this like nagging suspicion that they're going to be fairly lame and underwhelming. But I'm almost positive at least one of them will be cool. That is all for now. Next week the channel's going to be some more Okami. We're close to the end of that, I dare say. And thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! It was onto something with the idea of like striking from the back to try and get them going forward, kind of like that. Oh, that's a hard fall. Yeah, that'll do some damage. What if we do that, but like up a bit and with a bit more? Oh yeah, max power. Made the max power. Oh, they tumbled a little more clean.